You said it starts from training camp.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler's hair extensions that he had in, and we're like, Jimmy, we know those are extensions, dog. We know that. He's just smiling, taking pictures, team photos, and he very clearly did it to have some fun at the media expense, because those are the photos that get used for like player profiles on CBS, ESPN, what have you, on the YouTube page. When you want to go and find the highlights, they'll use the two more notable players, and that's the picture that they use. And Jimmy's on that picture cheesing with hair extensions, and immediately after the media day took him out. Just funny. I went to do something on YouTube, and you know how the For You pops up on YouTube, and it was Game 4 highlights, I do believe, and it had Jokic looking like Jokic, and then it had Jimmy Butler with the long flowing hair. It's like, oh, come on, YouTube. You got to be better than that. Don't let Jimmy win. Don't let him win. That's my first pick. It was a great moment.
He lost it all, but he won with the hair extensions and the first pick in the funniest moments of the NBA season draft. My first pick, I got to keep it at home here in Memphis. There were a plethora of Memphis Grizzlies funny, hysterical moments from the season, but perhaps the pettiest, funniest in-game troll job came courtesy of the Memphis Grizzlies back in December.
Oh, I wanted that one.
When the Memphis Grizzlies bench joined the Wave during a game against the Milwaukee Bucks. I hate the Wave 99.999999999% of the time. Ban the Wave. The Wave is dumb. Except if we're going to start having teams join in on the Wave fun. This also took me back to just this very glowing spot in my heart. December was so fun with the Memphis Grizzlies. We were all doing the Wave. They had both a 7-game win streak. They had their 11-game win streak. They were beating the Milwaukee Bucks by 50 points on their home court, and they were doing the Wave. In that game, Ja Morant had a triple-double before the fourth quarter. Didn't play a single minute in the fourth quarter. Times were good. I remember them well, but that was my favorite funny moment.
135-89 was the score when the Wave started. And I do believe that Bucks team had everybody also.
Oh, yeah, it was a full-strength game.
It was a full-strength game. We don't get a whole lot of those in the NBA. And then that one was, and those dudes got ran. That was a good moment. I would have taken that with my second pick. Give me Pat Beverly and the camera. And I'm taking that whole moment. I'm pulling a Jessica. I'm taking the whole moment. That includes the LeBron meltdown. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. That whole moment. Just the moment is the end of Celtics Lakers, where it looked like a foul. It sounded like a foul. Like you heard the slap through the TV, and LeBron James loses his mind. And Patrick Beverly goes up to the ref and shows him the camera. Like, hey,
Sir.
This was a foul. It's on camera. What are you doing? And since then, that ref has been, as regular Jacob has pointed out, he's under NBA investigation for a burner Twitter account, which he was using to defend himself. And looking at the Twitter account, I guess the NBA found out that he was a Celtics fan or something like that. I don't know. But that moment was just LeBron's reaction and all the different angles from LeBron's reaction. You'd have thought his favorite dog died the way he acted. That was such a good moment.
That was a classic. Probably, if you're thinking, generally speaking, like funniest moment of the NBA season, you will automatically think, oh, Pat Bev waving a camera around in an official's face. It's pretty easy.
He's got to be suspended for that. You can't just be grabbing cameras and throwing it in the official's face.
Like the call right after the game, they said this was the wrong call. But Pat Bev still got his tech for bringing the camera and putting it at the guy's face. My number 2 pick is going to have to be DeMar DeRozan, daughter of DeMar DeRozan, screaming her face off every time the Toronto Raptors went to the free throw line in the Eastern Conference play-in tournament. This was a moment that changed the trajectory of the play-in tournament. One, because the Bulls win that game thanks to DeMar DeRozan. Do we have one small clip of DeMar DeRozan screams that we can play just to remind the people?
If he steps the wrong way or something.
Visit to Florida State. Asked him, what did you? Patrick said, I was down for whatever Coach Hamilton. Underrated passer, doing a nice job.
In terms of the total number or the quality of shots, I'm comfortable.
All right, so that was DeMar DeRozan screaming her way into a Chicago's Bulls win over the Toronto Raptors. Bulls move on. DeMar DeRozan had to go back to school. So DeMar DeRozan did not travel to the Bulls Heat play-in tournament game that ultimately led the Heat to being the 8th seed. The Heat make it all the way to the NBA Finals. But multiple things could have happened without DeAndre DeRozan. One, what if the Raptors had won? And what if the Raptors had beat the Miami Heat? Or two, what if DeAndre DeRozan had traveled on down to South Beach for that next play-in tournament game? And what if she had prevented the Miami Heat? We wouldn't have ever had all of these Heat culture conversations that have dominated the airwaves for the last month and a half. I love it. Perfection. 6th man of the year, DeAndre DeRozan.
That's a good moment. That's a real good moment. Now, I bet you next year, DeMar let her travel with the team if they're in the
Should
play-in.
be.
Or just in the playoffs. She's traveling with the team. He's getting her a private tutor right now. My headphones fell out.
The newest homeschool member
Yes.
of our society.
In doing this exercise, there was one team that seemed way funnier than the other teams.
Okay.
And that one team, to me, was the Warriors.
Oh.
I've got a lot of Warriors stuff on my list. And I don't think it's just because I jumped down a rabbit hole. I think that there were some situations that were really, really funny. Steph Curry had 5 technicals on the year. One of those techs he got was because he was so mad at Jordan Poole for taking a shot that he hurled his mouthpiece, got the tech, it got ejected from the game. It was against the Grizzlies. Watch this. Jordan Poole takes a shot. Steph was like, "What are you doing?" "All right, I'm mad." And just throws the mouthpiece, takes it out of his mouth, and heaves it. Good grief. Like I said, 1 of 5 techs. The Warriors still ended up winning because Desmond Bane fell asleep and Jordan Poole back cut him and got the easy layup on the last second shot. But that right there, I laughed audibly when that happened the whole time. When they talking to the refs, they keep showing the replays. Good stuff right there.
Jordan Poole would make anyone take their mouthpiece out and just throw it in frustration.
He'll make some
occasionally.
people punch him out of frustration.
I think Chris did it. All right, my next pick has to be Grant Williams saying, I'm going to make both of them, and then proceeding to miss 2 crucial free throws. Celtics, Cavs, Grant Williams right here. You're going to see him mouth it. The confidence. I'm going to make both of them. Doesn't even blink. Doesn't even question. And it's just so quintessential Grant Williams. And when you say that and you step up and you take the deep breath and you're not making both of them.
The first one's short.
It was
you
so
can't
funny.
miss the first one short.
It's so good.
All right, that is a good one. That's a great one. Gosh, I'm gonna go. What are we on? We on pick 3 now? 4?
I just did my third, so this
All right,
is
so this
4.
is 4th. Gosh,
We
so
gotta go
many
on
good
turbo
ones.
mode, so we get to Teresa.
Yeah. Give me Draymond's kids ratting him out. Draymond is sitting at the podium, and another Warriors one. Draymond sitting at the podium, and he's like, "Yo, my kids were with me in the gym, and I was just showing them what hard work or something was." And his kids are like, "No, we weren't. Here's the video. Check the video out."
This guy doesn't let me live it down when we lose. "Daddy, why do we lose? How did we lose? What happened here? What happened there?" And so, I'm last night I was in the gym. He was here with me. Olive was here with me. And, they love that. And so I think it's,
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
And it just pushes you way harder knowing that they're watching every single thing you do.
No, I wasn't.
That's literally Chris Luther anytime I tell a story and he texts me and goes, "That's not how it went." I didn't do that. Fantastic. Love that. Your 2 Warriors picks. And do you have another Warriors pick?
I don't think so.
I'm not taking it, but I think one of the funniest Warriors picks of the year is every time the Warriors losing and Klay Thompson just going with the 4 ranks. Like, you could be down 20 and he's on the bench like, good times, good effort. All right, my next one is going to be, my next one has to be a bit of a deep cut. We're going to go with Ivica Zubac during a game, got trapped in the middle of the Timberwolves dance circle. So you're the opponent. He's trapped in the middle of the Timberwolves dancers, just standing center court. Why go to the huddle when you can just stand in the middle and be a part of the routine? I love it. I don't have any context other than I saw that video on TikTok one day and it tickled me and I still laugh when I see it. So I'm taking Zubac trapped in a dance circle. Again, it's the low-key moments that make this consistently the best comedy on television.
Nobody said Draymond versus Dylan, right?
No.
Draymond versus Dylan. Last pick. Give it to me. And it was between that one It was between that one and Shannon Sharp versus the Grizzlies.
Yeah, so now I feel like I have to take Shannon
don't
Sharp
have
and his
to.
blue sweater.
You don't
Lovely
have to.
sweater still. Shannon Sharp said goodbye to.
I hate that I didn't
first
take
pick this week.
McGregor literally knocking out a mascot. But give me Dylan Brooks versus Draymond Green. Draymond Green saying the dynasty doesn't start till after you leave because you can't win with Dylan. Dylan saying Draymond Green is cute for having his little cute podcast. Dylan, he is not a fan of podcasts and blogs, apparently.
Blog boy.
And the armpit thing. The armpit
thing is theater.
Was great. Being in arena when that popped off, one of the highlights of the season.
Oh, man, you have left me in a pickle. I'm not taking Shannon Sharp and his sweater because it also represented the beginning of the end for the Grizzlies. Things just never reached the pinnacle of the wave ever again throughout the season. All right, I gotta do it because we haven't taken it, but it feels so current that it almost feels wrong to take. I gotta take Nikola Jokic treating winning a championship like it is a regular ass game in November. Like there was nothing funnier in this season. No better finale than Jokic being just so chill, so calm. So I did my work. I'm ready to go home. We won. What? There's a parade on Thursday? And like you took all of the moments with Pat Bev and the LeBron meltdown, I'm taking all of the Jokic moments. Standing in the back of the locker room, drinking a beer by himself, not popping the bottle of champagne, just giving it a shake and passing it on, forgetting the MVP trophy, consistently reminding people that he is just doing his job. And now he wants to go back to Serbia with his wife, his kid, his horse, his carriage. And for the record, Serbians of TikTok, that sounds great. I too want to just do my job and go home. Maybe like there's a miscommunication.
Why are they so
between-
angry at you on
I
TikTok, by the way?
No, because
the
they
Serbians
think that I'm
and the
making fun of
Coloradans or
him.
Coloradoans or whatever the hell, however you say Colorado, whatever the hell, they are infuriated by you on the TikTok.
They're feeling some kind of way. I continuously getting people who are like, you Americans don't understand. I'm like, yes, you're right. I don't. I live in a capitalistic hellhole. I will be working until I'm 85. Jokic might retire at age 30.
We're not saying that it's a bad thing.
No,
that
we're agreeing.
It's a good thing. It's just funny because we don't usually see it like this.
It's true.
And what's up with Casa Bonita? Bonita. By whatever the hell. What's wrong with people in Colorado?
It is Casa Bonita, and I guess technically it is Colorado, but most people in Colorado say Colorado. That said, the draft goes as follows. CJ takes Jimmy Butler's hair extensions, LeBron's meltdown, and Patrick Beverley bringing out the camera receipts versus the Celtics. Jordan Poole gets Steph ejected for throwing out his mouthpiece. Draymond Green's kids keep him honest. And Draymond versus Dylan. I am taking the Grizzlies doing the wave. DeAr DeRozan, a star is born. Grant Williams missing both his free throws. Zubac's trapped in a dancer circle. And Jokic just doesn't care. That'll do it for our funniest moments of the NBA draft.